Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good.
I know that's right.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. I know you got a good word this morning. We absolutely love you. Happy to have you every morning. Good morning, Pastor Haynes.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. It's my honor, bro. You know I love this because the good news is whatever you're going through in life, life is a fight. Yes, it is a fight. There's always someone coming for us we didn't send for. There's always something that is hitting us and hurting us. Life is a fight that will have you with your back against the wall. But here's what you do when your back is against the wall. Why don't you cry out to God? Let your power fall. That's what the song says. Let your power fall. And here's the good news. When God's power shows up in your situation, the good news is you know that God will come through when you are going through, and God will declare, I got you. It's good to know that when I'm going through, God will come through and open up a door I didn't even knock on. It's good to know that God will come through and handle for me what I can't handle myself. It's good to know that God will come through and give me peace in the midst of my problem. It's good to know God will come through when I'm going through, and God says, I got you. That's the word I'm giving to everyone right now. God is speaking from eternity saying, I got you. You don't have to worry. You don't have to trip out. You ain't got to give up. God says, I got you, because God comes through whenever we're going through. And when God's power falls, here's the last piece right here, James Fortune. James Fortune lets us know that the fight is fixed. Yeah, life is a fight, but the fight is fixed, and it's fixed in your favor, because no weapon formed against you is going to prosper. It's fixed in your favor, because if God is for you, who can be against you? It's fixed in your favor, because Jesus put it like this: in this world, you're going to have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. So go ahead. When your back is against the wall, call on God to let God's power fall. And when God's power falls, victory is yours. Hallelujah. Right. Have a great day.
Oh, man, that's a good word, Pastor Haynes. Let's get into some music. Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how they can follow you and how you can be reached.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FHUnscripted. And I have a YouTube channel, Frederick Haynes, where you can check out my sermons.
There it is. All right, Pastor Haynes, love you, man.
Love you, Ricky. Have a great one.
Hey, you too. Let's go. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 11 minutes after the hour, got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's being brought to you by Charmin. At Charmin, we believe everyone deserves a better bathroom experience. That's why we make irresistibly soft and strong toilet paper. We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin? Good morning, RSMS family. Here's your Thursday morning news. Illinois joined 8 other U.S. states in banning the sale, manufacture, and transfer of assault weapons. Gun control advocates have turned out to support the law, as have dozens of doctors. However, some advocates have criticized the law's heavy criminal penalties, which they say disproportionately impact urban areas and black and brown people. On the West Coast, rescue workers in California continue their search for a 5-year-old boy who was swept out of his mother's arm during a storm. Over 30 million people are under flood watch, and thousands of residents have been forced to evacuate their homes. President Biden issued an emergency declaration to bring federal support, but more rain is expected through the weekend. In other news, officials in a Tennessee city have fired 5 officers and suspended 3 others following a sex scandal at the police department that includes threesomes and on-duty sexcapades. The allegations include unrelated and unreported sexual relationships, sexual acts performed while on duty and inside city-owned property. Lastly, and as a reminder,
with that belt on, with all
all that material, yeah. Mm-hmm. Lastly, and as a reminder, Ricky, a lot of folks are keeping their eye on this one. The Mega Millions prize has grown again to an estimated $1.35 billion after there was no winner on Tuesday night. Now, the new jackpot drawing is tomorrow night. That's Friday, making history as the second highest Mega Millions jackpot ever. Read more on these stories and other headlines at RickySmileyMorningShow.com. I'm Maria Moore, and that's what's happening in news. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Man, Buffalo Bills' Damar Hamlin has officially been released from the hospital, man, and is at home 10 days after going into cardiac arrest on the field. Heart stopped twice. It stopped on the field when they had to resuscitate him, and it stopped again at the hospital, man. So congratulations. He's at home. He will continue rehabilitation at the crib. So big ups to Damar Hamlin. USC star running back from back in the day, 1979 Heisman Trophy winner Charles White dies at the age of 64. He played 9 years in the NFL with the Cleveland Browns and the Rams. And congratulations to tennis superstar Naomi Osaka, shared with the world that she is pregnant. She's expecting her first child with rapper Corday. Indeed.
Oh, wow.
Yes, indeed. So that's my quick sports report right there. Gary, what's up there, Pimp?
All right, y'all, honey. A$AP Rocky, that's a wonderful fiance, baby's father, mother, whatever, to Rihanna, y'all, recently caught Rihanna's manager, y'all, napping on the job. Now, they're saying, y'all, that A$AP Rocky and Riri stopped for dinner at a luxurious restaurant in Santa Monica, California, following the Golden Globes. Now, TMZ photos captured footage, y'all, of the couple's grand entrance. They say before Rocky stepped foot in the eatery, honey, he is notified by someone on his team that a member of their entourage, Rock Nation exec Jay Brown, was sleeping in the car. Now, A$AP Rocky and the photos approached Brown's car to find him napping. Now, Rocky then pulls out his phone to record the hilarious moment. Now, the photos go to get their own footage of Brown, but Rocky jokingly tells them not to do it. He said, don't do him like that, y'all, honey. Laughing before knocking on the hood of the car and waking Brown from his slumber. Now, they say Rocky gets a good laugh out of the incident before rejoining Rihanna, y'all, in the restaurant. Y'all.
That L.A. time is different, Gary. That
yeah.
LA, if you don't take a nap when you out there in L.A. and you sit up here thinking it's 9 o'clock Atlanta and Miami time, 9 o'clock Atlanta, that's, boy, look at here.
Oh, my God. So,
been there.
Ricky, would you fire him?
No, man, tired. You in L.A. You probably live on the East Coast. Anybody that get caught taking a nap in L.A. apparently live on the East Coast. That's a whole different time zone. That's like you across the ocean or something. That's crazy. When I go to L.A., Brett, I go to bed at 5 or 6 o'clock.
I know.
I don't care if the light shines in the hotel. I close them curtains.
It's hard to do that.
Yeah, because my battery, my body naturally get tired anyway. You feel so like, why am I so sleepy? And D-Ray and them sitting up here talking about let's go get some chicken wings.
Let's go to Roscoe's.
Right. I'm like, no, bro, something wrong with me. I'm saying,
right.
you
I'm
on that.
Yeah, you feel old. You be like, I'm on that other time frame. Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you be up at 2 o'clock like it ain't now. What we doing? Where we going?
Calling everybody like, what's up? We going?
Y'all sleep. Y'all up.
My Lord,
So
honey.
funny.
Well, I guess they didn't fire him, but I still find it funny, Ricky. They out there in a nice restaurant having a delicious meal, and that man in the car sleep. They could have brought him in for a meal.
He was probably he probably ate. That's why he was sleeping in the car. He ate already.
Yeah.
You better ask comedians Sean Jones and Tony Tone how many times I was outside of the Waffle House in the car sleep while they in there eating waffles and cracking jokes all night. Kay, you already know. Kay, how many times I've been in the car sleep while y'all inside the Waffle House?
Oh, yeah, you're not the one to,
Hang out.
you're not the one to hang.
I don't
you
play.
don't hang. You not hang.
I get it.
It's chartreuse. Okay. On the high end, you say chartreuse. On the low, you say beautiful forest green. That's your color for the day. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, Whitney Houston's estate is not happy with Gerard Carmichael, and I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, it's the bottom of the hour. The hot spot is being brought to you by.
Catch I Hate the Homies podcast with yours truly, Rock Teasy for Sheezy, my man Super Dave, and Griff for laughs and sports with the homies, and the Amanda Seals Daily Podcast Culture. Download everywhere you listen to podcasts at urbanonepodcast.com. Bring it to Tat. What's happening?
What up, Rock T? Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Ooh, the Whitney Houston estate was disappointed with Gerard Carmichael after he made a joke about the singer's death at the 2023 Golden Globes.
What?
During Carmichael's opening monologue, he referenced the Music Icons 2012 at the Beverly Hilton, which is where the Golden Globes were held. He said, "So we are here, live from the hotel that killed Whitney Houston, the Beverly Hilton." According to TMZ, a rep for Pat Houston said in a statement the Whitney Houston estate is disappointed in a joke and felt it was in poor taste, and I agree.
What was it about? Making a joke about the hotel?
Yeah, he's like, here we are live from the hotel that killed Whitney Houston, the Beverly Hilton.
He was trying to be
Funny,
so-called
but
edgy, and it was, the whole thing was real cringy. The whole monologue was real, just like,
yeah, I didn't hear that part, but I heard about it, and that's bad.
See, here's
it was cringy.
the thing how comedy works, right? If you do a joke, it's got to be so funny that you don't pay attention to the cringe.
Right.
But it's like an onion, Brett. A joke is like an onion. If I give you an onion and you bite it, it's gonna be nasty, right? But if I take that onion and slice it up and saute it and put some flour and some water, some gravy, you eating the same onion, but you can't taste it. Right. So that's what a joke is like. It's got to be more fun. You got to be so busy laughing till you just bypass the bad part of the joke. When you do a joke and it's not funny and it's cringeworthy, then the onion taste gonna stick out. That's the analogy I try to give comedians when I'm training comics. Okay, does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense, and it all falls under, like, you got to read the room as well, and not just that room, but read the tone of people's
just don't go
thoughts
there.
And sensitivities.
Just be light and be fun and be funny or whatever. Don't create that for yourself.
Ooh, because that make the person feel like, okay, no, he ain't funny. I don't like him. I don't want to listen to him. I don't want to go see him.
And then how do you go to your next joke when you done teed off the whole room?
Oof.
Now you done dug a home for yourself. Talking about give it up for the ladies. Give it up for God.
Right.
one time for the ladies.
Ain't nothing else to go to.
Everybody with kids. Everybody with kids make some noise.
They do that.
It's crazy out here. It's crazy.
My weed smokers at.
Yeah, one more. And
when they do that, is that because they don't have nowhere else to go? Okay.
You done hit a wall.
Brad, pastors, preachers do it too. Give it up for God. Clap for Jesus. Give it up for the Lord if he's worthy to be praised. Yes, he woke you up this morning. If you walk in and close your right mind, give it up for God.
Oh, my goodness.
They be bombing too.
Yes, sir, they be bombing.
Oh, my goodness, that is crazy. Well, y'all, let me let y'all know that Dr. Dre is reportedly selling his music catalog, and according to Billboard, the deal is said to be over worth $200 million. The licensing will be split between Universal Music and Shamrock Holdings. The divide will see each entity to make sure they acquire portions of Dr. Dre's catalog that are most aligned with their business interests. Now, it's being reported that Shamrock is believed to be buying into passive income generated by Dre's LP, such as royalties from his first 2 solo albums, while UMG is reportedly buying the master recordings of the hip-hop icon's most notable releases.
Now, these companies like Shamrock?
Shamrock is like a big company. Yeah.
Oh,
like Universal Shamrock Holdings. Yeah.
Meshach and Abednego.
Okay. That's Shadrach, not Shamrock. All right, y'all. We're going to wrap up the hospital right there before Ricky turned into a pillar of salt. And coming up next, we got Special K with the news you're absolutely positively cannot use. Give it up for the ladies. Give it up for yourselves. Everybody with kids. All my smokers in the bed. And want to tell you some of them wake-up calls at 8669-RICKY. That's 8669-RICKEY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You liar! I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, 10 before the top of the hour, y'all. It's about that time. Comedian extraordinaire, Special K.
Special K.
Yeah. Speaking of comedian extraordinaire, Ricky, I got 2 important things this morning. One is this weekend, Saturday night, you can catch me in Miami at the Hard Rock, the Seminole Hard Rock at the Miami Comedy Festival performing.
Yes.
And, nice.
Go ahead and get them tickets now. Me some more
Good.
Bruce.
All right, Ken.
Yeah, Don D.C. Curry, a whole bunch of folks, man. We're going to have a real good time.
It's who you, some more Bruce,
Me,
Don
some
D.C.
more
Curry.
Bruce, Don D.C. Curry, Arnez J, Big Mac. Yeah, that's Saturday night. It's a 2-night event. But Saturday night is my show. So, yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing y'all down there, man. Yeah, it's going to be real nice. Yeah. Now, here's the second important thing. The question was asked on Facebook by ladies nationwide, and the answers may surprise you, Maria, Brad. The answers may surprise you, Gary. The question was, what occupations produce the most man whores?
Wait, what?
I'm talking about the one Big Sean posted.
What occupations produce the most man whores? Super Dave, can you give me some appropriate music for the answer?
What occupation produces
the
most man whores?
Construction worker.
Here you go. Here's the list. Little League football coaches, football players, basketball players, baseball players, hockey players, track athletes, professional swimmers, professional golfers, actors, directors, cameramen, rental car counter agents, office building security guards, tire repair shop owners, managers at Target, fast food workers, grocery store stock crew, dudes that work the shoe department at Macy's, cologne salesman at Nordstrom, assistant manager at Big Lots, bank tellers, record label execs, club promoters, toll booth cashiers, mechanics, personal injury attorneys, meteorologists, paramedics, tax preparers, social workers, probation officers, dudes that work the Apple Store, Best Buy managers, Lowe's employees, Home Depot employees, garage door installers, landscapers, personal trainers, doctors, lawyers, car salesmen, barbers, dudes in the military, window washers, guys that work at Jiffy Lube, garbage men, DJs, bus drivers, furniture installers, chefs, Waffle House cooks, Red Lobster waiters, bartenders, writers, railroad workers, comedians, amusement park workers, pastors, associate pastors, visiting pastors, motivational speakers, tow truck drivers, elevator repairmen, plumbers, carpet cleaners, prison guards, school teachers, house painters, airline ramp workers.
They cheat too.
Baggage handlers, refrigerator repairmen, Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, DoorDash drivers, dudes that work at Papa John's, dudes that work at Pizza Hut, dudes that work at Little Caesars, dudes that work at Marco's.
Gary.
Honey, just say every damn man.
Dollar Tree managers, Dollar General manager, Family Dollar manager, exterminators, front desk manager at hotels, vending machine operators, mall security guards, barbacks, dudes that work at Rooms to Go, dudes that work at Ashley Furniture, dudes that work at American Signature Furniture, police officers.
It's the hot new product on the shelves for ladies' intimate self-pleasure that's affordably priced and effective. It's the Tulip. Not as good as the Rose, but it's better than your man. And it's only $9.99. The Tulip comes in 4 sizes: small, medium, large, and how many kids you say you got? The Tulip is powered by 2 AAA batteries, not included. It's the Tulip. If the wop is dead and not really whopping, crank up the Tulip and get those juices popping.
That's the cheap one. Yeah, the knockoff. That's the knockoff.
Yes, sir.
The great value.
Yes, sir.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Neo, y'all. Remember last year, R&B singer Neo's estranged wife, Miss Crystal Smith, announced that she was filing for divorce after he fathered a child outside of their marriage. Well, now they're saying that Neo is sharing pictures, y'all, of his youngest child. Now, while sharing these pictures, y'all, of his children and their mothers, Neo shared a picture, y'all, of himself holding the baby that ended his marriage, y'all. He has a beautiful family, y'all. I mean,
now the baby fault, Gary. The baby that ended his marriage.
Now you got to say the baby that ended his marriage.
Oh,
that's cold-blooded.
They probably had other problems besides or before that, Gary.
The action that made the baby is what led to the end
not
of the
the
marriage.
baby.
Not the action.
what you think, Ricky?
I'm with you, Gary. The baby, that damn baby.
Don't co-sign him. Don't
Come on now.
I'm rocking with Gary on this one.
That's right, honey.
Jesus.
They could have still been together, honey. Had not been that
don't
baby.
do this.
Yes.
We're going to always look at that baby and say, that's the baby that ruined their marriage.
Don't do that.
So we just go pray. But they look, I mean, he has beautiful kids, honey, with Crystal and honey, with Moneta. They're showing poses together with all the kids, and he's with the kid by himself, the one that they allegedly said that ended the marriage, y'all. So Congratulations goes out to Neil, y'all. He looks amazing with his family, y'all. And speaking of babies, y'all heard what all the people in Hollywood, all of these women that's having babies, are going to give birth to babies in Hollywood are doing. It's being reported, y'all, that Harvard Medical School, y'all, is offering a course in OBGYN pediatrics to identify LGBTQIA newborns and infants, honey. They're saying that babies that's delivered at the Boston area hospital may be identified as LGBTQIA at birth in the very near future. They're saying Harvard Medical School is offering a course in specialty areas including OBGYN, pediatrics, and plastic surgery. Now, they're saying the course focuses on serving sexual minority people across the lifespan. Now, the course is offered in conjunction, y'all, with several Boston area hospitals, according to the Daily Mail. Now, the Boston Children's Hospital, which is affiliated with the Harvard program, insisted, y'all, that some babies know that they are transgender from the womb. Now, they say it isn't clear how newborns communicate their gender identity to doctors at birth, but they're saying Harvard Medical School will teach medical students what signs to look for, honey. And everybody in Hollywood, they say all the pregnant women in Hollywood are rushing to get this. Now, they're saying it's a deleted video that Boston Children's Hospital suggested that even larger number of minorities know that they are trans as soon as they could talk. Now, they're saying medical students who go to the OBGYN doctors will learn how to identify LGBTQIA babies and provide lifelong services, to the child and its parents. Now, they're saying gender affirmation surgeries will also be performed on children. Isn't that amazing?
No, sir.
No.
Brett?
It seems so long. You lost me like a long time ago. My attention span went somewhere else because I just don't know what you're talking about.
He lost me at you can identify LGBTQ at birth.
That's what they're saying. It's going to be happening at Harvard, at the medical school.
I don't know. My logical thinking mind says that don't make. I can't.
Baby, come on.
Newborn?
Why, bitch?
A newborn? Come on, man. We all done had kids. I mean, like, no.
Why, bitch? Why? Get a baby a bottle. Go on, Gary.
They're saying that clinical exposure and education will focus on servicing gender and sexual minority people across the lifespan from infants to older
But what
adults.
if they label a newborn as a gay baby and they wrong? Then
Well, it's
he or
not
she
gay. He's
gotta
saying
deal with that.
transgender.
Yeah.
So basically, the baby knows if it has, male
No, the
parts.
baby
if
don't
it's
know
actually
nothing when they born.
That's what the study. That's what he
This is what
said.
the
They
study said, and
saying.
this is going to happen at Harvard. We're going to talk to Roxy's daughter soon because she goes to Harvard, and she'll be able to tell us what's happening.
Plays
She ain't
there.
got nothing to do with the
She a
studies.
student.
She ain't part of the study.
Doing nothing.
The color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is chartreuse. On the high end, you say chartreuse, and on the low, you say beautiful forest green. That's your color for today, honey. Y'all give
it up at Gary with the T. Y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 21 after the hour, let's go. Hey.
Get yourself together. Get it together. You up this morning, slid you in your house. You so we be better. Be better. Wake up.
Hey, wake up.
Good morning. This is Walter Stockdale calling from Talladega, Alabama. I'd like to wake up Sherelle, Tutu, Evie, Teresa, and Gwen. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is DJ Gwen Summers, the baddest DJ in all the land, bar none, coming to you live and in living color from Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the mighty, mighty bingo. Get up, get up, get up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
I want to wake up my mama, and I want to wake up my little cousin, Star, and wish her a happy birthday. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, this is Victor in Wichita, and I want to say wake up, wake up, wake up to the baby that ended Neo's marriage. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Ooh, you ain't right. Wake up. Get rude.
Come on.
Wake up.
Hey.
Taylor has said, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on, Montgomery. Wake up. Columbus. Wake up. In Albany. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, appreciate it, Brett.
You're welcome, Ricky.
22 minutes after the hour. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
We'll get the rest of that straightened out, and then just bring me the paperwork.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Miss Martin. Martin.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Leo Devlin down here, Devlin Auto Body.
Leo?
Now, I know you had gotten in a car accident about a week or so ago, correct?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Now, the lady that you hit, I'm doing the work on her car.
No, I didn't hit anything.
Well,
she hit me.
Well, baby, look here. I know I can go by what's on my paperwork here, and it's got you down as the secured payee for that. Now, I'm running into trouble with your insurance company about getting my money, so by law, I have to contact you directly to try and get that money, and then you just recoup that with your insurance company. And I'm just trying to see how we can go about getting that money today because I got $5,800 worth of body work to do on this lady's car.
Well, call whoever you need to call.
No, baby, don't get slick with me now because I'm not the enemy.
What is your name?
My name is Leo Devlin. I own the shop.
Leo Devlin.
Look here, baby. Now, if I have to come slap something, then I will. But I'm going to get this money today.
Okay, well, come on and slap something then. What's the phone number to your company?
Baby, don't threaten me. Don't threaten me now, baby.
What's the phone number to your company?
Baby, I'll answer any questions you got as soon as you answer all my questions. Now, I need to get your account number, Visa, debit card. You probably ain't got no money in there. Just why you're trying to get over with this insurance. Faking injuries and everything. They told me you're in there faking hurt.
Don't be calling here being all disrespectful early in the morning.
Sound like you ain't brushed your teeth either. I'm just trying to get to just handle business.
And now I ain't brushed my teeth.
Why not?
Because that's my business. You don't worry about all
Hot
that.
breath.
Mr. Leo Devlin, you get in touch with her insurance company. Don't be calling me. What is the number and the address to where you at?
What you holler at me for? I ain't even raised my voice at you.
No, you done call here and done woke me up out of my sleep talking stupid. What is your number?
All I asked you for.
What is your number?
I ain't one of your children.
Go hand me a phone book. Go hand me a phone book. Leo Devlin?
Devlin Auto Body.
Let me see if I can get Macari or somebody after your stupid ass.
Who is that?
Have you ever heard of the lawyer?
You don't want me to go to the trunk.
Whatever.
I get that act right and put it on them.
You better be glad I ain't got no hitman in my family. I swear for Lord I'll send them to you.
But what you hollering at me for? I'm just a middleman.
Because you acting all stupid on the phone, you gonna make me get real ghetto up in here, sir.
You already ghetto. You up and ain't brushed your teeth yet. That's ghetto enough right there.
Don't call my house talking stupid. I hate black people sometimes. It's not Leo. You got to look under the last name first. It's D.
See, stupid ass kid looking me up by the first name. What you can talk that kid?
What you talking about?
Your kid looking up my name by the first name.
Talking about my children like that.
He's still dumb. He's looking up people's name by the first name.
You wait till I find this address.
You come on, baby. You come on down here to Devlin Auto Body, baby. Come on down here so I can go.
You just wait until I find out where the f*** you at. I'm gonna come and f*** your ass up. Do you hear me?
Devlin Auto Body. What's wrong with him? Why is it taking him so long? I could have found it twice by now.
I got an uncle that will f*** you up.
Yeah, send him on down here so I can go to the trunk.
I am gonna send him. And you waiting till my uncle get out of prison. This is gonna be an ongoing thing.
What? How you gonna?
You gonna get an ongoing ass whipping.
How you gonna send your uncle? How you gonna wait till your uncle get out of jail to send him to whoop my ass?
It's gonna be ongoing, baby.
He ain't getting out till.
You gonna get a whooping every year for talking to me like this. You don't know me.
How you gonna send your uncle 7 years from now to whoop me about that happened 7 years ago?
What city and state you in?
I'll tell you my real name. My real name is comedian Roy Wood Jr. Leslie put us at the pranking you, baby. You was not playing.
Rickey Smiley, the morning show. What's up, Black Tony?
Hey, look, I got a good reason, son. I got a good reason.
Can I just explain something to you right quick? This is what's the day? Today Thursday. This is our 4th day on the radio in Buffalo, New York.
I understand that.
It's embarrassing, bro. You can't call in sick every day.
Ain't nobody sick. I keep telling you, cuz ain't nobody sick.
Why you not at work, bro?
Cuz I'm calling you to ask you, let me use your passport.
My passport, you can't do that.
Yo, I need to use your passport. I'm finna go to the Bahamas. I'm finna go to the Bahamas this afternoon, Saturday. My girlfriend taking me.
Who back there snoring?
Can't use no passport. You can't use somebody else's passport. They're gonna look at the picture.
Huh?
They're gonna look at the picture. You got to at least get somebody you look like.
Shawty, you just being selfish. You don't want me to use your passport. They told me I got to have one. I ain't know I had to have one. Look, I could go and get one
if
today.
you want to use somebody's passport, you got to get somebody you look like. Have you tried calling Lil Wayne?
Shawty, look. Hey, cuz, look. I'm over here with my girl, Shawty. You just jealous because, I got 2 girlfriends, Shawty. I'm like, I'm doing it over here.
It sounds like one of your girlfriends a bear in the background snoring like that.
She sleep right now. She told me to call you to ask you, could I use your passport?
That one of them chicks that with the little beard that work overnights at Burger King.
It's cool. It's two of them. I got two
Apparently,
of them.
they both together wrapped up in one. Boy, she over there snoring like she work at a steel plant.
I got me some older women with money, boy. And they looking out for you, but they finna take me to the Bahamas, and we'll be back on Monday.
Boy,
but look,
she over there snoring, bro.
Yeah. Hey, look, Shawty, I got two girls. I told you about them.
Yeah.
They sick. They celebrating their birthday this weekend.
How old are you?
They're gonna be 70 on Saturday.
Now, what all this got to do with you not coming to work?
Cause Shawty, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. I ain't never been to the Bahamas.
So they take you to the Bahamas. Which island of the Bahamas you going to?
The Freeport.
Oh, Freeport.
Yeah.
All right, boy.
She got the plantain and everything, Shawty. She said, just go get you a passport, and we'll leave this afternoon.
All right. You can't get a passport in one day. Where y'all leaving from? West Palm Beach? Going straight across?
They gonna fly down there. I'm gonna take the bus and meet them.
You can't.
They put me on the mega bus. They said I could meet them. They'll pick me up.
Yeah, that's the Florida, bro. But how you gonna get to the island?
I'm gonna take the bus all the way over there. It's like 17.
Hey, Bob, Tony, have a nice day, bro.
This is a public service announcement from Special K, head writer at the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We welcome all people and mean no offense to any of our fellow citizens, to include members of the LGBTQIAP community, members that are L or G but not BT or Q, members that are I, A, or P but not necessarily L or G. We're also sensitive to members that are P and I or possibly borderline B but definitely not T or Q, members that were originally L or Q but experiment with B, yet have an attraction to T, or if you feel like you were born B but grew out of it and now just identify as L, G, or Q. Men who identify as women but are still attracted to men, women who identify as men but have no attraction to women, as well as men who are men but are attracted to men who look like women. This has been a public service announcement from Special K of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show to let you know that we love everybody.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all. 5 minutes after the hour, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Gary has the tea and the color of the day. What up?
Good morning.
Get it together. Get it together.
Yeah, get it together. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Kenya Moore, baby, she's speaking out, honey, on her dragging divorce from her ex-husband, Mr. Mark Daly. But they're also saying, honey, that Kenya may be dating a very, very wealthy Caucasian man now. Now, Kenya, y'all, she's confirming, y'all, that the lack of a prenup, honey, is dragging out her divorce. Now, despite that unfortunate update, rumors are swirling that the housewife is swirling and twirling with a new man. Now, recently, y'all, she appeared on the Tamron Hall show and got very emotional, y'all, when reflecting on her decision to separate from her husband, Mark Daly, whom she wed back in 2017. Now, the news of their split, ironically, y'all, happened just 3 days after they appeared alongside, and their beautiful daughter, Brooklyn, back in September of 2019. Now, after the couple announced their breakup, they're saying, Kenya said, honey, that they are actually working on reconciling, and they're saying that the reconciliation continued throughout 2020, y'all. But, honey, that was just, I guess, Ricky, it's just not happening now. But now, honey, she's talking, honey, that, she's ready for new love. They're saying she was on Tamron. They said she revealed, honey, what led, honey, to her divorce. And, honey, recalled an explosive moment that she and Mark had, honey, on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And, that was very explosive. I remember that, honey, when Lord.
He was not nice.
He was not nice. Oh, my God, Ricky talked to that girl crazy. And stuff,
the one that was making the breakfast, that awkward episode?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
he did. She had made them fluffy ass pancakes, and he was sitting there acting like I don't know.
Yeah, honey,
like somebody made me some damn pancakes that looked like those pancakes she made on the house. Right, I swear those was Aunt Jemima. Those wasn't even biscuit. She made some big, thick, fluffy ass in a cast iron skillet pancakes, and he sit up there like he don't appreciate it when you can't get a chick to put one of them damn pancake and sausage things in the microwave these days.
Nah,
and she put fabric softener in them damn pancakes. They were so fluffy.
Not fabric softener.
Floating off the damn, had fabric sheets in between them damn pancakes. Was so damn fluffy. I was so hungry watching Housewives of Atlanta. He did her like a dirty dog. I'm with you, Gary.
Yes, honey, but honey, that's all right, baby. She's moving on. But Kenya, she confirmed, y'all, that they didn't, Ricky, have a prenup and revealed that Mark thought, honey, it was unnecessary. She said, quote, I always say, honey, prenup for everyone because it protects both parties. She said, I used to date an agent, an NBA agent, and he would see all of these guys, honey. You know, he said they made $100 million, and then they get married, honey, and then they always take it away. She said also, so he would always tell me, she said, you know, prenups protect you. He would show me the prenup, and I understood it. But when it came to my marriage, she said, I said I want a prenup, and Mark was adamant about not having one. And yet she said, I regret not having one.
In that bedroom, put in that work. Why you putting in that work? So you know we don't need no prenup.
But in Georgia, ain't the law you get what you came with? And I think he's from a different state, though.
Yeah, I think he's from New
Georgia,
York.
you don't really have to have a prenup.
Oh, really? So in Georgia, you get what you came with?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
wow.
Good. He came with them damn raggedy shoes.
But he might be from if he's from New York, then that's different. He might have a New York residence, so that might be different.
Ain't no way in hell you gonna talk me, honey, out of my money and tell me not to get no prenup, honey. Ricky, would you have a prenup when you decide to get married?
Damn right.
You gonna have a prenup?
Unless Jesus Christ walked her on my front porch and said, "This is her," himself. Damn right, in the prenup.
Yeah. Well,
I would open the door and she would come on in. I just, thank him for bringing her because he know what I want. And
Yeah.
He know she gonna be bow-legged and gonna help me out and help me become a better man or whatever. I don't need no prenup for that. If Jesus bring her.
Yeah, honey, but sometimes people say, "Oh, Jesus brought him, honey." Honey, the devil came as an angel.
Jesus ain't went up in no strip club when you met her.
Nah. So, but no way. You better get a prenup, honey, and then they got a posting up too, honey. Get a pre and a post. So,
oh really?
And go. Oh yes, honey. You gotta get that
you
post.
can get one after you get married.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, honey.
Oh wow.
But congratulations to them, to whoever don't get one. All right, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky, they were one of the best dressed couples on at the Golden Globes on the other night. They said they kept it very classic and sophisticated, black and with white color palette. Now they're saying that the new mom and dad, honey, made it out for the night during the night to celebrate Reed's big nomination for the best original song for Black Panther or whatever. But people were raving about how they just looked so good. Ricky, they looked good, but hell, they didn't look good. They just wore black. I mean, they say when in doubt, wear black. So, hell, they ain't wearing nothing that was just...
They looked happy, though, Gary.
Yeah, they did look happy, but
that's all that matter, Gary.
Yes.
Don't worry about the clothes. It's what's on the inside of the clothes. Their heart is happy. Now, imagine if you dress perfectly and ain't nobody happy.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Message.
Yeah, man, we want to be happy. I don't care.
They were glowing, Gary. They
had
were
on
glowing.
some fitted sheets wrapped up around them like a blunt. It don't matter as long as they happy on the inside.
I guess, honey, yeah. But I think he's smart, honey. He knows how to play. He ain't one of them dumb rappers, honey, go get with her and go impregnate women all over the country. He's sitting right there with Rihanna, honey, with that baby. And he knows, honey, where his bread is being buttered, what side his bread is being buttered on.
I'll be sitting there with Rihanna, too.
Gary.
Rihanna fine, and she's talented, and she got some money or whatever. Not that I need her money, but, she got stuff going on and got a real career. Man, it ain't nothing out there. Nothing. I don't care how good. I don't care if sparks shoot out. I don't care. I don't want it.
Okay? The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is chartreuse. On the hand, you say chartreuse, and on the Lord, you say beautiful forest green.
Come
that's
up in my face in the club, I'll turn into a little dare talking about some, leave me alone.
I know that's right, honey. Rihanna right across the room, honey.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the team.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news. It's what's trending now.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. For the past 13 years, January has been dedicated by former President Obama to raise awareness and to educate the public about how to identify and prevent, bring awareness to human trafficking.
And some of you may think the trafficking could never affect you or someone you know, but it could be happening right next door to you.
And so we're trying to get him on the line now. With us this morning, we have Victor B. Williams, who's an internationally renowned and respected human trafficking advocate. He retired from law enforcement with over 34 years of domestic and international experience, and also serves as the vice chair of the Miami-Dade County Human Trafficking Coalition. So we trying to get him. We had him on the line. The line just dropped, whatever. But human trafficking is real. Special K. Anybody What are some of the signs when what do y'all know about it?
Well, I see a lot on social media, and the number of people prosecuted for human trafficking, it actually increased from 729 in 2011, Ricky, to 1,343 in 2020. Now, that's an 84% increase. And yeah, when you think about human trafficking, it's back in the day, it would be like, okay, well, young girls, vulnerable, impressionable, being exploited. But now, we've seen it happen to grown women,
Yeah. And they tell you to be careful because I've seen on Instagram where some girls were like, they went out to their car from the gas station and there was a white mark or there was something written on their car or their tire or there was something on their door handle. And they told us to not touch the door handle because it's a certain type of drug or something on the door handle, fentanyl, I think, that gets in your skin. And you'll pass out. And then before you know it, you in somebody's car being human trafficked.
Yeah.
So that's what they do, try to get them in a car and get them dizzy or high and then take advantage of them and kidnap them.
Yes. And they'll mark something on your tire or they'll do something, especially if you're a woman by yourself, they'll do something to get you to see what's going on or distract you. And then either they'll run up and take you or they'll try to drug you some kind of way.
All right, let's bring on Victor, our guest this morning. Hey, Victor, good morning.
Hey, Ricky, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, good, man. Hey, good. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, man. We keep hearing stories about missing girls and boys. Now, I just want to start out with how the parents keep an eye, on their kids and prevent them from becoming prey for traffickers. And tell me also, what does traffickers look like?
Well, Ricky, let me tell you, the best advice I can give parents is to always have a relationship with them that the kids can tell them anything. We get busy telling them to make the bed and clean this and clean that, but we got to make sure that our kids can come to us and tell us the worst thing that's going on in their lives. And honestly, the traffickers comes from the same place that trafficking victims come from. They come from homes that is built with a lot of trauma, and unresolved trauma becomes vulnerability, and traffickers are expert at exploiting vulnerability.
Victor, real quick, how long, looking at your resume, let everybody know how long you've been involved in human trafficking, and we know that you retired from law enforcement over 34 years of domestic and international experience, or whatever. So how did you get involved with human trafficking?
So, Ricky, I'm a retired Homeland Security Special Agent. My last 8 years as an agent, I worked human trafficking in South Florida. Over those years and understanding what was going on in our community and in our culture, it changed me as a human being. And from that moment, it really became my purpose in life. When I retired in 2018, I had a couple years of team security with the Atlanta Hawks, but that really wasn't feeding my passion. And then when I left the Hawks, I became the human trafficking coordinator for the state of Georgia for a year.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Well, is there more than one overall? What are the different types of human trafficking? Like, is it just sex human trafficking? Like, what do they do?
Well, first of all, this is Human Trafficking Awareness Month, and nobody knows about it. So thank you guys for putting this on. But there are 4 types of trafficking. There's sex trafficking, labor trafficking, servitude, debt bondage, and organ trafficking.
Oh, wow. What?
We really don't see the organ trafficking here in the United States a lot. That's usually Europe. But we talk a lot about sex trafficking. But labor trafficking is 60 to 70% of all trafficking. What is that? If we don't know the products that we buy, and we're buying products from slave labor, we're all responsible. So I always employ people. What can you do? Fair trade your product, especially if you're eating chocolate. 60 to 70% of chocolate sold around the world starts on the west coast of Africa with a stolen or sold child picking a cocoa bean. So fair trade that chocolate. Make sure we're buying. Yes, it's so much I could tell you guys about. But there's, we need to really look at this. Our LGBTQ community is getting hurt, and then we got benefit fraud. where seniors and VA and veterans are being exploited for their checks and Social Security. So benefit fraud is huge.
Well, Victor, this is a much-needed conversation, and we appreciate you so much being on the front line and bringing awareness. Now, we hear you have the 3 Ps of trafficking. What are they?
So when the trafficking laws came around in the year 2000, we created the TVPA, the Trafficking Prevention Act. And basically what that is we want to prevent trafficking. We want to protect victims, and we want to prosecute violators, right? And there's a 4th P that is not part of the law, but the 4th P is partnership, because we know law enforcement, service to communities that providing service cannot do this alone. This is an effort that we can all win, but we got to look at ourselves and look at our culture that keeps this going and change ourselves to change this issue.
Hey, Victor, do you feel like trafficking has become so common that we unaware are not aware of it? Does that make sense?
Definitely. That's why, I've been working in this space, and that's why I started Quest to Freedom. I understand from what I've learned and how much it's changed me, and I said a lot. If I could change and understand this, if most men knew what I knew, we could change this. This is it's the number 1 crime in the world. Mm. And, everybody got a cell phone, but not everybody takes drugs. A lot of people buy products, but not everybody takes drugs. They say drugs number 1. In my opinion, trafficking is the number 1 crime in the world. And let me give you a quick mindset to understand this. Everybody, and I hope this is not bad for your show, everybody understands that, you heard the word prostitution is the world's oldest profession. That's because we're the world's oldest customer. But we demonize the person selling that could possibly be a victim instead of demonizing the people that create the market.
Right.
And by the way, farming is the world's oldest profession.
Wow. Oh, that's crazy. Hey, so if people want to report trafficking or get more information, where can they go?
Okay, they should go to, obviously they can go to my website, questtofreedom.org, but there's the national hotline number, which is run by an organization called Polaris Project. You could go to 888-3737-888. If they recognize something that looks weird, they can call them, but definitely if you're a victim, and also you can text 233-733. Those are the ways that you can report and also try to get help. And that they cover the nation, and that's polarisproject.org if they want to go to that site.
All right, man. Victor, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Let everybody know how they can follow you on social media as well.
Yes, like I said, Ricky, thank you so much for having us. And our organization is called Quest, the number 2 Freedom. It's all one word. You can follow us on everything you see, questtofreedom.org, Quest to Freedom, Instagram. You can find us, and that's my passion and my purpose in life. And I really appreciate you guys letting me on to spread this important information.
No, man, we appreciate you for doing what you're doing and trying to save people's lives and save people, man. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all give it up for the one and only Victor B. Williams. Thank you, man. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Jeff Johnson with 3 things you need to know. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning, good brother. Good morning, everybody. Good to be with you all. Listen, Rick, we found out on Monday that there were classified documents that were found in President Biden's personal office. And I think there's been a lot of people, especially as you start hearing the GOP spin machine go, that are really trying to understand, is this the same thing that Donald Trump did, or is it different? And so I want to break down a couple of things, especially as we start to see this roll out both in real political and legal terms as well as in narrative and PR terms. And so the first thing is that there were, as of now, 10 classified documents found at President Biden's private office in D.C. And I think these documents were between 2013 and 2016. Obviously, when he was vice president. And from what I'm hearing, they cover things like that they were labeled in boxes that were personal family items. So they were labeled as personal, but they were actually classified. So I think these were discovered back in November, Rick, and right before the midterms. And obviously the first that this was announced was on Monday. But what's interesting to me is that this didn't come from some kind of investigation, or he wasn't, the FBI didn't raid them. There was not some sort of search and then seizure. This literally was about his attorney finding the documents, realizing that they were there, and then they turned those documents over. They reached out to the National Archives and Records Administration, and then turned over those boxes to those sources. And so what's clear is that President Biden is cooperating with this. Attorney General Merrick Garland is the individual who is overseeing it, and he assigned a Trump appointee, I think John Lausch, who's the U.S. attorney in Chicago. And so what's really different between this and Trump? I think a lot. One, obviously Trump, there was, I think, 325 documents.
Right.
And 60 of them were top secret. Now, of the 10 documents that were found with President Biden, we don't know if any of those have been labeled top secret or not. We also know that the Trump documents were found during a raid. So this was not Trump participating and cooperating. We also know that it was weeks upon weeks upon weeks upon weeks after those documents were found that Trump pushed back, was fighting, didn't provide any additional information, while President Biden's attorneys are clearly cooperating. Now we don't know what's going to happen as a result of this. We don't know if there are more documents that will be found, but we can rest assured that that a GOP Congress is definitely going to call for an investigation. I think that we can be sure of. I think the House Oversight Committee is now being Representative James Comer, GOP James Comer, is in charge of the House Oversight Committee. So we know that this is something that's going to keep going as long as the GOP can make it keep going. But to think that this is the same thing that happened with Trump is totally and completely not the case. So the legal fallout is likely to be none. The political fallout, we'll have to wait and see, because we know the GOP, if they're gifted at nothing else, is spin. So we'll see what happens there. I'm curious, though, Rick, on a totally different piece before I get out of here, because you are my resident comedian friend, what you thought about Jared Carmichael at the Golden Globes.
Jeff, I actually didn't see it because I don't watch award shows, unfortunately, because of ADHD. But Gary and Brant, they saw Special K. Did you watch it? Nobody watched it? Nobody? Because I honestly don't watch the Golden Globes, any award shows. But I heard about because we reported about what happened.
But I think the fact that nobody watched it is an example of why they wanted him to do it in the first place.
Right.
And anybody that knows Jared Carmichael know he doesn't pull any punches, but he came right out and was like, listen, the reason I'm hosting is because I'm black. And went into the racist past of the Golden Globes, the fact that before George Floyd that there was nobody black on their governing body, and just really went in hard. But we all know that he was hired to do that. So I think that there's this gap between he came on, talked about how racist they were in the past, the fact that he was on because he was black, da-da-da-da-da. All that's choreographed. But I've gotten to a place, Rick, where I just want to see more of our folks do our own award shows as opposed to constantly waiting for other people to, because I think all those bodies are great. They're wonderful. They're fantastic. But they've never represented us. They're not going to ever fully represent us.
And that's the main reason why I don't watch them, because I feel like why we have to be validated by them. You got the NAACP Image Awards. You had the Trumpet Awards. You got the awards that Urban won with Miss Kathy Hughes is doing the Urban Honors. We got our own award shows or whatever, and I just never felt like I needed to be validated by them or win an Oscar or a Grammy or whatever, but a damn NAACP Image Award or a BET Award would be just fine for me, and I'll take that to my grave, and I mean that.
Well, and I agree. That's why I was so happy, man, when you got that Illiterate Pimp Award.
Yeah, there it is.
I was so proud of you, dog. It was like
the what award, Joe?
The Illiterate Pimp Award.
The Pinky Award. We're gonna call it the Pinky Award.
Merry Christmas,
I love y'all. I'll talk to you.
Love you, Jeff. All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
A lot of knowledge to it.
Gary with his tea. I can't miss the tea.
Keep me laughing every day, all day in the morning.
You gotta love him. You gotta love him, man.
Turn it up.
Turn it up.
Rickey Smiley in the morning.
It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus.
Twan 360.
All right, y'all. It is the top of the hour, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, welcome back, y'all, with the one and only Twan the Don with Fix It Jesus.
Twan the Diggity Don.
What's happening, Ricky? In today's Fix It Jesus, one of our listeners from 98.1 Kiss FM over in Albany by the name of Black, she's been accused of calling the police on her baby daddy, a.k.a. Booty. Now, Black claims that she had nothing to do with Booty getting locked up, and she wants his family to know that she hasn't heard from Booty since early December when he promised to drop their child's Christmas gifts off. Take a listen to this.
I ain't called no police on Booty. I haven't heard from Booty and Mondale since December the 10th, since they told me they were going to send my baby something for Christmas, and they ain't sitting. Since y'all want to talk and call my phone and text my phone like I done did something wrong, and I ain't did talking about Karma is Karma. Karma ain't got no business coming to see me because I ain't did a thing wrong. And I don't give a about Booty being locked up. He need to take care of the child and stop promising God. So I'll be fall the back, leave me the alone, because I don't give a about y'all low life to that. If the shoe fit, put on the way.
Lifed it, low lifed it. I want to meet Booty right now. I want to meet Booty. You know what? Come on, let me meet Booty.
Jail Booty.
I haven't heard from Booty and Mondale since December the 10th, since they told me they were going to send my baby something for Christmas, and they ain't sitting. Since y'all want to talk and call my phone and text my phone like I done did something wrong, and I ain't did talking about Karma is Karma. Karma ain't got no business coming to see me because I ain't did a thing wrong. And I don't give a about Booty being locked up. He need to take care of the child and stop promising God. So I'll be fall the back, leave me the alone, because I don't give a about y'all low life to that. If the shoe fit, put on the way.
You can see this video in its entirety. Just search 2360 on every social media outlet.
Yeah, no.
I'm done, Ricky.
I'm riding for Booty.
Oh.
It was
man, I can't breathe.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. It's one on Fix It Jesus. Let everybody know how you can be reached.
2360 on all social media outlets. It was Modell for me. It was Booty and Modell for me. I'm done.
Hey, listen, our next guest really needs no introduction. She's a trailblazer with over 50 years in the entertainment industry, radio and TV personality, business executive, and the first African-American woman to chair a publicly traded company. And you know her as the founder of Urban One, our boss, the one and only, Miss H.
It's Kathy Hughes.
Hey, Miss H, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing?
We doing good. We happy to have you this morning. You should come on more.
Well, Ricky, I've been trying to get you to add me to your morning lineup team for how many years now? Hey, that was supposed to be part of the original contract negotiation that I would co-host with Rickey Smiley.
Miss H, you can come on anytime. You don't have to ask to come on. I'm so excited. It's just always exciting to have you on anyway, and I understand that you wanted to personally come on the show to talk about the upcoming Martin Luther King holiday this year, because this year marks a big milestone in the history of Martin Luther King Day. And what is it that you want the listeners to know, Miss H?
Well, number one, this is the 40th anniversary of the holiday.
Yes, ma'am.
And, you know, I'm sure that this occurs in your house when you ever go to a birthday party for anyone. Everyone sings the Stevie Wonder version of Happy Birthday to You.
Oh, yeah.
The reality is that most people don't know the lyrics to the song. They just know the bridge. And they don't know why the song was written. And most people don't even realize that that song was written to assist a campaign that had been going on for decades to get Dr. King's birthday declared a national holiday. And in 1979, Congress once again said no.
You know, and Ms. H,
a national holiday.
Ms. H, you ain't gonna believe this, but it doesn't make much sense. It ought to be a law against. Come on now, I grew up on it. My mama played that song over and over. I know all the lyrics. And those, your celebration is all up in our mind.
Don't do Miss Hughes like that,
we
Ricky.
get it.
Miss H.
No, you did pretty good.
Yeah, come on, thank you. We will take the time, yes, sir, to show just how much we love you. Oh, yeah, my mama played that. Oh, I know all the words to that song, every single word, Miss H. Let's go. Brat and them hating.
Listen, when you ask people about it, they're like, no, they only know the bridge, particularly young people. And one of the things that, one of the realities is it's our obligation to teach our history to our children, to our youth, to our young people, and to remind those of us who might be getting up where the amnesia disease sets in and you start forgetting, okay, what's that baby's name? Okay, he looked familiar. It's like, yeah, that's your son, Mama. Okay, that's your oldest child. We have to keep reinforcing. So on this 50th anniversary, I thought that we would use the occasion not only to remind people to listen and repeat the lyrics as we say happy birthday to Dr. King on Monday, but also to remind them that Monday evening, every year on Martin Luther King's holiday, we do our big tent pole, our Urban One Honors, and this year is the biggest show ever. We got everybody. We got LL Cool J. We got Pharrell. We got Bobby Brown. We've got the Honorable Maxine Waters. We've got David and Tamela Mann. We've got a show that you would not believe. It's going to air 7 p.m. On Monday evening, the holiday. You'll be off all day, so you'll have time to do like Ricky likes to do, cook a viewing party meal. What you going to have for your viewing party, Ricky? What you going to cook?
Probably some chicken and dumplings. Miss H, I'll saute some collard greens. I cooked Thanksgiving dinner for almost the whole morning show. Had the food shipped to Atlanta.
Yes.
Maria, let her know.
Ooh. Yes, it was delicious.
Ms. H,
felt my grandma's soul in that food.
Miss H, you said you're going to come?
Well, I'm a little confused. Did you lose my address?
Miss H, I said, Miss H, I will put you on the plane and fly. You said, I want to put my feet under your table. And when I said, Miss H, whenever you're ready, I'll meet you in Birmingham and get in the kitchen. I'll make it happen.
Yeah, but when you're mailing out packages, you should forget what I said in the past, and you should concentrate on the present. And the present was that I didn't get one of those care packages for Thanksgiving. Okay?
I got you, Miss H. I'll send you something next week.
Valentine's Day is coming up, and
yes.
I love you.
Yes.
I love you, Rickey Smiley. Okay?
I love you, too.
I need for you every time you sing that happy birthday song, since your mama, thank God for your mama, taught you every one of the lyrics that you give your children. How many of your children, what about the grandbaby? Does he know the lyrics to the happy birthday song?
Yeah, he don't know the lyrics, but I will definitely teach him. He'll know it before the holiday, so we'll sing it in the car and make a video and send it to you.
Oh, please. Oh, and post that. That would be wonderful for you to post. And please don't forget to remind everyone that everybody and their uncle will be part of Urban One Honors this year in honor of Dr. King, and as we celebrate the 40th anniversary of the holiday. And the other thing, we went on the air for the first time as Radio One in October of 1980, and Stevie Wonder wrote this song and put it on his Hotter Than July album in 1980. So this song was in heavy, this album, and back in those days we had albums. We didn't have CDs yet.
Right.
It was part of our heavy rotation. It was our go-to album. Hotter Than July was our favorite go-to album during our first year of being in business as a black-owned radio corporation, not realizing that one day we would grow up to be the largest black-owned media company in America. Thank God, thank God, thank God.
Yes.
But okay, on that day, we didn't know, and thanks to Stevie Wonder and his album and this birthday song, we all grew together.
That's right. Hey, Miss H, it is definitely an honor to have you on the show. Any other projects coming up, Miss H? And Miss H, let me remind you this. Miss H, you remember back in the day when we would turn our headlights on and our porch light on and leave them on all day for Dr. King's birthday, even before it became a national holiday. I remember living in the project, and the project was lit up, and you had your headlights on all day, and it really, really meant something, Miss H. I just wanted to share that.
You know what? We should do that again, Ricky.
I talk about it all the time.
Yeah, we should do that again. Yeah, my biggest project that's coming up is I'm going to receive via FedEx a Valentine's Day dinner from Rickey Smiley. So you might want to put on that's my biggest event coming up in the not too distant future. Right after we celebrate Dr. King's birthday on TV One and Clio TV, 7 p.m. on Monday. I love you guys.
Hey, we love you too, Miss H. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for the one and only Miss Kathy Hughes. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 27 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's being brought to you by Pfizer. Tune in to the Black Health 365 podcast, where we discuss healthcare disparities within the Black community. Listen wherever you get your podcasts. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's your Thursday morning news. Alabama's Attorney General has vowed to prosecute women who use abortion pills under a law that was initially designed to protect children from meth lab fumes. The U.S. Department of Justice said it had authorized the Postal Service to deliver abortion pills to every state, even if that state have laws that ban abortion. In other news, Ricky, lawyers for President Biden found a second batch of classified documents. The search was initiated after the first discovery, in which some documents marked top secret were found in a private Washington office, all apparently during his time as vice president. Speaking of Biden, First Lady Jill Biden is said to be doing fine after the removal of 3 skin lesions, 2 of which turned out to be a common and relatively non-aggressive form of skin cancer. She's back at the White House after spending most of the day at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. Lastly, a nurses' strike at 2 private New York City hospital systems has come to an end after 7,000 nurses spent 3 days on the picket line. The nurses have been arguing that immense staffing shortages have caused widespread burnout. And Gary actually has a friend who is a Houston nurse that had to go up there and cover during the strike, right?
What?
Yeah, and Shell, baby, she said I just hung the phone with she's going back home tomorrow. So, she helped cover the strike. So,
oh, my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, we got to make sure we take care of them.
Nurses was overworked, and nurses supposed to have X amount of patients, and it was, if I'm not mistaken, double that,
Yeah.
So that means that the patient is not getting the care that he or she needs if, they have one nurse working the floor or something. I don't know, something like that. But that's terrible. I'm glad they resolved it.
Yeah, and it didn't take that long. So good for all of the nurses, not just in New York City, but nationwide. You can read more on these stories and other headlines at RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. I'm Maria Moore, and that's what's happening in news. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Got some good news for Buffalo Bills. Damar Hamlin has officially been released from the hospital and is at home just 10 days after going into cardiac arrest on the field. He will continue to rehab at home.
God is good.
Come on, man. I'm hoping he's on the sidelines this weekend in the playoff game when they play Miami. Speaking of Miami, man, let's talk about the Miami Dolphins and the head coach, Mike McDaniel. Started the season 8-3, on fire. Finished the season 9-8. Brian Flores, last year's black quarterback, started the season 1-7. Finished the season 8-8. All right, he finished the season winning 7 of his last 8.
The black coach.
The black coach last year, Brian Flores. And it was fired.
Right.
So the question is, do you think Mike McDaniel will be fired this year?
Hell no.
Absolutely.
What color is he?
And they made the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, okay. See, there you go.
I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Congratulations to tennis superstar Naomi Osaka, man. She shared to the world that she is pregnant. She's expecting her first child with rapper Corday. So big ups to Naomi out there doing her thing. And last but not least, USC star running back from back in the day, 1979 Heisman Trophy winner Charles White dies at the age of 64. He played
young.
Yeah, man. He played 9 years in the NFL with the Cleveland Browns and the Rams. And he battled cancer. So he lost his battle with cancer. So rest in peace, rest in heaven, Mr. Charles White. That's my quick sports report right there. Follow me on social media at Rock T Holla if you want to talk more. Brad got the spot. He got spot coming up next.
Brad got the what?
Drop it like it's hot.
She got the what, Rock?
I went into a doggone.
Hey, Kay.
Had a stroke.
Rock had a mini. See, the Brad got the Scott pot coming. The what?
Had a stroke real fast.
A mini seizure.
Man.
The Scott pot.
Had dinner at Little Seizures last night.
I said that. What I say, Brad? The Scott pot.
Brad got the Scott pot. Rock Tyler, Top Tyler.
Pop Tyler.
What the hell? Brad, what up?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat. The Scott Pot. That's the name of it.
Yeah, the Scott
I'm your girl, Brett Tat, and this is the Scott Pot. Okay, where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Abbott Elementary has officially been renewed for a third season at ABC. Craig Erich, president of ABC Entertainment, Hulu, and Disney Brand Television streaming originals, announced the news at the Television Critics Award Winter 2023 press tour Wednesday. So congratulations to Abbott Elementary. What's our girl Gary on Abbott Elementary?
Miss Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Miss Cheryl Lee Ralph, who said, yeah, what'd she say about the Kardashians?
She said, baby, they buy the part she already owns.
Ooh, yes, she did.
Okay.
They picked up a lot of Golden Globes, too, that show. Yeah, they did really well the other night.
Well, congratulations to both Jennifer Hudson and Sherry Shepherd. They can celebrate the news that their talk shows have both been renewed. Fox announced Wednesday that Hudson's namesake show will be a second season coming up, and Shepherd is guaranteed 2 more years on air.
Congratulations.
So congratulations. Nice. That is awesome. And last but not least, jury selection continued in the Young Thug RICO case on yesterday. And according to All Hip Hop Thug's attorney, Brian Steele informed the court about a potential juror trying to communicate with the lawyer. Steele did not respond to the prospective juror. Judge Earl Glanville said, Mr. Steele, we are in receipt of your email that you forwarded to all the other participants in the case. I was able to get a copy of it. I'll just mark it as the next court exhibit. It references a particular person or juror that has attempted to contact your law firm. You did not respond to the juror and instead reported this to us. Meanwhile, a few potential jurors did not return to court for the second week of the jury selection, despite being required to do so. Judge Glanville ordered one woman to be brought back from the airport when she returned from a trip from the Dominican Republic. That is crazy. They like, we don't want to have nothing to do with it.
Right.
We leaving and we can coming back. Young Thug is one of the 14 co-defendants awaiting trial on RICO charges. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note, but coming up next, we got the praise mix down. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.